Could you get a date using AI without any effort? Today we put artificial intelligence to the ultimate test in the world of online dating. Hi, my name is Jared. Rumors are everywhere that generative AI and machine learning are taking over our lives. But are they really transforming how we connect with each other? I'm here to take an unbiased, data-driven approach to different use cases, testing if AI is actually changing how we interact across industries. And along the way, I'll teach you core concepts of machine learning and artificial intelligence. What are you waiting for? Join me on this journey to test the limits and social implications of generative AI.
In this episode, I'm taking on dating, an experience that evokes excitement, nervousness, and hope. In the digital age, the way we find love and connection has drastically changed and could transform even further with AI. Welcome to Finding Love with AI. I'll work with real dating app users to test whether AI can change how they interact with potential partners, with the ultimate goal of finding a genuine match. Subscribe if you want to learn more about Gen AI and machine learning and how it might impact your day-to-day. For most of human history, dating was about chance encounters and deliberate introductions. Family members played matchmaker, social events provided opportunities to meet, and the search for love was a slow, methodical process. Personal ads in newspapers were an early form of profile creation, but meeting someone often required patience and social connections. These traditional methods created both limitations and securities. Your dating pool was smaller, but connections were often vetted through trusted networks. And then, the internet sparked a dating revolution. Online dating websites emerged in the late 90s, initially with detailed questionnaires and lengthy profiles. In the 2000s, mobile apps transformed finding a partner into something as simple as a swipe. Dating platforms promised to make connections more accessible and efficient. Algorithms would do the heavy lifting of matching compatible people. Phone apps created environments where users could connect with potential partners instantly, expanding dating pools beyond traditional social circles. But this convenience came with new challenges. What was gained in efficiency might have been lost in depth of connection. But how do people actually experience this new world of digital dating? Let us review the data and hear some stories from those navigating this landscape, both the successes and the struggles. Online dating success stories are more common than you might think. According to recent Pew Research data, 10% of committed relationships now start online. Even more encouraging, 42% of these online connections develop into long-term commitments. I've personally witnessed this transformation. Several couples in my network who met through dating apps are now married or engaged. While dating apps often face criticism, they're creating meaningful connections between people who might never have crossed paths in the traditional dating world. Now let's hear from Michael on the struggles of dating apps.
Why did you start using dating apps?
I joined because meeting people organically became difficult after college. I'm looking for something meaningful, but the experience has been mixed. There's so many profiles to sort through, and conversations often fizzled out.
Yeah, it must be tough. Does it kind of feel like a exhausting or a numbers game when cycling through profiles?
Yeah, it definitely felt like a numbers game sometimes. You match with dozens of people, but genuine connections are rare. The constant swiping becomes exhausting, almost like a part-time job.
Well, how often do you match and the conversations don't turn into a date or fizzle out or maybe even get ghosted?
It happened quite often. You'd have a good conversations going, and then out of nowhere, just it dies, and yeah.
Do you think dating apps can be a little bit superficial?
There's definitely an undeniable superficiality to it. People make split-second decisions based on photos, and there's a pressure to present a perfect image rather than your authentic self.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's probably tough.
Yeah, it's been pretty tough.
What drives us to use these apps? And what impact do they have on our mental health and relationships? Let's turn to experts for insight. Leading psychologists state dating apps leverage powerful psychological principles. The swipe mechanism creates a variable reward system similar to slot machines. You never know when the next swipe will result in a match, which keeps users engaged. This offers instant gratification, but can also be a double-edged sword. While apps provide unprecedented opportunities to meet people, they also create a paradox of choice. Too many options can lead to decision fatigue, anxiety, and difficulty committing to one person. Users may develop a comparison mindset, always wondering if someone better is just another swipe away. Let's examine what the data tells us about dating apps. A Stanford study from 2020 found that about 39% of couples now meet online, making it the most common way to find a partner. However, the rate of relationships forming from dating apps is lower than expected given their widespread usage. A study by Hinge revealed that only 1 in 500 swipes results in a phone number exchange or an actual date. That's a conversion rate of just 0.2%. According to MIT Review in 2022, users frequently don't message their matches, with up to 50% of matches never turning into conversations. This creates what experts call the dating app paradox. Dating apps are designed to match people successfully, but when they do, those users leave the platform, taking their subscription revenue with them. This creates a fundamental tension in the business model. As AI technology continues to evolve, so does the landscape of dating. What might the future hold? Can artificial intelligence address some of the challenges we've identified and improve the statistics in meaningful ways?
We're entering in an era where AI could fundamentally transform how we find and build relationships. Imagine AI systems that can go beyond superficial matching to understand deeper compatibility factors. These systems can analyze communication patterns, value alignment, and even subtle linguistic cues to identify promising connections. AI could also reduce the cognitive burden of dating apps by handling initial conversations, suggesting personalized icebreakers, or even helping users present their authentic selves more effectively. We could even see more personalized and immersive experiences, leveraging AI to find compatibility matches while reducing time investment and anxiety. But this also raises important questions. Would daters accept that they're talking to an AI version of a potential partner rather than the person themselves? Where's the line between helpful assistance and inauthentic representation? These are the ethical questions we need to address as this technology develops.
Before we continue our dating experiment, let's understand the technology behind it. Artificial intelligence is the broader concept of machines being able to carry out tasks in ways we would consider smart. Machine learning is a specific subset of AI where systems learn from data. Modern AI dating assistants use natural language processing to understand context and generate human-like responses. They could learn from millions of conversations and augment their responses with person-specific knowledge to output a response that might be engaging or appropriate in different situations. These systems don't truly understand conversations in a human sense, but they can recognize patterns and generate responses that appear natural and contextually appropriate.
Before we launch our experiment, let's hear what active dating app users think about the concept of AI assistants in their dating lives. Do you think it's possible to get a date using AI?
I'm intrigued but skeptical. Dating is very personal, and the question is always, can AI really capture my voice and personality?
Yeah, I think it's tough because I think people are very complex. So it's a good point. Maybe you think AI can just take or help you with conversations?
For sure. One of my personal issues is I struggle with starting conversations. So having suggestions can be very helpful. But I worry that it may be a little inauthentic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially if it's not you. What do you think, in going off that, if the other person realized that AI was involved as they're talking with you, how do you think they would feel?
It kind of depends. That's a little bit of my concern is, will they think they're being a little deceived?
Yeah, it's also a good point. But we'll say if tables are turned, and someone was using AI to talk with you, would you go on a date with them if they used AI to communicate with you?
It's a good question. If it helps break the ice and leads to a real connection, maybe it's not so different than from a friend helping you craft the message.
Mm-hmm.
Share this video with someone who might benefit from AI assistance in their dating life. Hit the subscribe and like button Don't miss out on how AI might impact your life. Here's how our experiment will work. For 2 weeks, our volunteer dater will use an AI assistant to help them communicate on dating apps. After they match with someone, the AI will suggest responses based on the conversation context and the volunteer dater's personal background, preferences, and values. Importantly, our participant will review each message before sending it. They have full control to modify or reject any AI suggestion. The goal is to secure at least one in-person date and assess compatibility. We've established clear ethical guidelines. Participants must disclose the AI assistants if asked directly, and they'll reveal the experiment to their date afterward. We're not testing deception. We're testing whether AI can help facilitate genuine connections by reducing communication barriers. A dating AI assistant could use several types of machine learning. Supervised learning trains on labeled examples of successful conversations. Unsupervised learning identifies patterns in messaging without predefined labels. Reinforcement learning improves through feedback. When users accept or modify suggestions, the system learns what works. Semi-supervised learning, that is a combination of supervised and unsupervised. Utilizing a combination of several machine learning techniques could create an assistant that can adapt to individual communication styles and preferences and create a better dating experience. Now came the real challenge, building AI that could actually help people connect. First, I had to reverse engineer how dating apps handle messages, studying their APIs to seamlessly integrate our assistant. Then came the architecture, a system capable of processing dozens of conversations simultaneously without missing a beat. But here's where it got interesting. The AI needed to sound like each individual user, not like a robot. I fed it personal details, conversation history, and communication patterns to create unique digital personas. The system analyzes emotional tone, conversation context, and timing to craft responses that feel genuinely human. But here's the crucial part. Every message goes through our participants first. They can edit, reject, or completely rewrite before hitting send. Because at the end of the day, authentic connection is still the goal. After about 2 weeks, our experiment yielded fascinating results. Our participant exchanged a total of 123 messages with 21 different matches. 72% of AI-suggested messages were accepted without modification, while 28% were edited before sending. Most interestingly, 2 conversations led to in-depth discussions about career, lifestyle, national parks, food, and even family. But did any of these conversations lead to an in-person date? Our experiment revealed a sobering reality. While participants successfully engaged in conversations using AI assistants, none resulted in actual dates. The primary barrier? Geography. Most matches lived 2 to 3 hours away due to the dater matching with people that were traveling near his location. The dater preferred meeting in person over video calls. This exposed an unexpected psychological challenge. Participants began experiencing anxiety about meeting matches, potentially worrying, will they notice I'm not as articulate as my AI-crafted messages? And what happens when I have to be myself? This revealed AI's fundamental limitation in dating. While it facilitated conversations, it created a disconnect between digital persona and authentic self. The very tool designed to boost confidence was paradoxically undermining it. AI can enable short-term engagement, but it doesn't address core behavioral patterns needed for long-term relationship success. The question becomes, is artificial intelligence and generative AI a helpful training tool or a crutch that prevents genuine personal growth?
This experiment revealed something fascinating about the intersection of AI and human connection. Dating apps have become ubiquitous, but they've also created new challenges alongside opportunities. Our exploration wasn't just a technology demonstration, it was a social and psychological experiment that touched on a fundamental question about authenticity, communication, and connection. The future of AI and dating looks promising, but nuanced. Bumble founder Whitney Wolfe Herd has spoken about AI as a tool to help users navigate dating, find better matches, and potentially even have an AI-powered dating concierge that interact on behalf of the users. As she puts it, AI won't replace human connection, but it might help us find it more effectively. Subscribe, swipe right, like this video to stay on the forefront of AI exploration, and would like to see more content.